This episode of the Opie Radio Podcast sponsored by Skylight Frame. Get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame. Just go to skylightframe.com/Opie. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com/Opie.
I'll be honest, I'll be transparent and honest. I mean, I didn't lose my virginity until I was in college, so a lot was happening that semester, that first semester. I don't.
Same. Look at this beautiful face. It was freshman year in college because of my stupid overbearing mom. Sorry, Ron. We weren't allowed to date. My mom was scared we would get somebody pregnant, so we weren't really allowed to date.
I didn't learn about masturbation. I learned about masturbation by accident. No one ever taught me.
Like nothing. 3 weeks ago.
No, dude. I was a virgin out of high school. I don't want to tell you a story, but like it was the first time I ever did it. It literally hit me in the face. It literally, you can hear it.
Okay.
You can hear it. You can hear the splatter of everything.
Hey, round the way down.
Dude, I thought I broke it. I was like,
you thought you broke it?
Yeah, dude. That was the first time I ever did that.
Well, the best part
I never masturbated in high school.
Right.
I didn't know it existed. I didn't know about it.
Well, the best part of discovering that talent, let's just say,
yeah, I made up,
was man, if you didn't throw all your baseball cards away the next day.
Dude,
all of a sudden your bike didn't matter, your baseball cards, my beer can collection.
Opie, this is
I got a dumpster and threw everything away.
Opie, this is the truth. Like in Boston, like if you go up, like to a deli in the back, they'd always have the magazine rack.
Oh yeah.
And you had to be 18 or over to purchase. So I immediately started buying porno mags.
You bought them? If you just waited a week and went out to the dumpster, they had to rip the covers off, but they would throw them away, allegedly.
Well, yes. Yeah, you bought them. That's so stupid because one reason I had a paper route growing up was because everybody left their bundles of newspapers and magazines on the curb, and we would cut that stupid twine, and we would go through it, and every once in a while
steal the mags.
And we found gold. No, they left them on the curb for the garbage man. And then if that didn't work, we
why are they throwing them out?
Because they'd finished with them.
They finished it.
Oh, you're talking about the people?
Yeah.
I had a paper route, so as I'm delivering papers.
Recycling started in the entire world on Long Island. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, but it's covered in.
Not everybody makes the pages thick. Some people were, I think, learned how to.
Touching it.
No, the story goes is like
you're a germphobe.
When you have a paper route. You're seeing everything, and all of a sudden, next to the garbage cans would be a stack of magazines and old newspapers. And then you would kind of look and go, wait, there's a few magazines in here. And of course, you open it up, and it's a People magazine or Sports Illustrated. But every once in a while, you would find effing gold.
Now,
gold.
All right, so here's a
hustler.
Or we go to our friend's house.
And down here, it ended with an R.
I had a friend whose dad had the Playboy magazine at his bedside table. And
they're great articles.
And
they actually are though.
My stupid friend John at the time, he made the mistake of telling me, and we went and checked it out like you do, right? We're 14, 15. And then I'm like, all right, my whole job now is to grab one of these and put it in my sock. And I would find a way to get up there and grab one. And the father wasn't going to be like, who grabbed my fucking Playboy magazines, right? He still had plenty of them. And that was another way I got them.
So now here's a question. Did you, as you were young and looking for magazines, was the entry point Cosmo?
Oh, no. It was the bra.
The Sears catalog?
The bra advertisements.
The Sears catalog.
Where they use the word bosom a lot.
You know what I would do? The Sears Christmas catalogs. And remember back in the day, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
You could say, "Oh, I want
it's
this."
Like a phone book. Yeah.
But there'd always be the lingerie section, like the sexy Christmas lingerie. Oh yeah, that was yes, sir.
And then
those Sears Roebuck guys, they knew what they were doing.
And then it got so desperate that we had a stationery store, and I would do the Sprint for Freedom. So I would go in there as a kid. I mean, I was a kid, like 13, 14, and I didn't look 13 or 14. And I would go in the stationery store. They would have the big mirrors so they could see you. And I wander around like, just looking at my baseball cards. Maybe I'll grab a pack or two and maybe a Snickers bar.
Yes.
And then, you know what? I need to get a birthday card for Mom. So that's a little closer. And now I'm at the magazine rack, the non-dirty, I guess is the only way to put it, over here. But you had to go all the way to the back of that aisle to the bad stuff. And then I would make my way. And the whole time I'm looking at the mirrors like I just need an opportunity. The person would finally look away or do something. I would grab one, and then I would start making my way to the door. Does anyone remember shoplifting, how fucking nerve-wracking that was? And you just want to get to the door, and you're like, oh, please, I just need to get to the door.
I've been caught.
And it took forever to get to the door, even though it was like a 5-second walk. And then you finally get outside, and then you're like,
be cool, man. Be cool. Act cool.
And then you're like a store away, and then you sprint. And then I would put it in the woods. I would bag it because, you get bad weather. And I would bag my magazine in the woods. This is the God's honest truth. Dig a little hole with some leaves, and then my magazine with a whole bunch of bags. And then I would put leaves on top of that. And then I would put dirt on top of that. And then I would put more leaves so it looks like there was never a hole there. And a cat. and then I would have date night every once in a while. I would go up to the woods and grab my magazine and sneak it in the house. But then, because I'm one of 7, 8, 9 kids. So after date night, I called it date night, I would have to get the magazine out of the effing house and rebury it for next time. Yeah. Bless you.
I'm now, when you're talking about burying it, I'm picturing the scene in Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman with the note.
Under
the tree by the rope.
Opie buried his treasure.
His pornography.
And then my brother was on to me because he's like, why are you making these trips to the woods, you weirdo? And then one day I'm coming back and he's just giving me that look. He just knew. Like,
so you're doing it in the woods?
No, I would sneak it in the house.
Oh, you go to there.
He hadn't progressed to outdoor date night yet.
Oh, no, I did outdoor date night.
All right.
But then there were times, especially when the weather got cold, like it is here today in New York, now
takes longer.
Can you imagine walking through the woods and you see, like, you get caught, like, going like this?
You get arrested now.
It's a family, like, just taking a hike.
Well, we had a lot of woods behind us, and then it was like, the whole goal was to get in the house, and then somehow get it out of the house when you were done with it. So,
remember 900 numbers?
Oh yeah. Wait, you did 900?
No. This ties back to roommates, right? So I had a roommate out of college when I was working at the radio station in Boston. I had 2 roommates. I moved into this second floor of a Victorian house. So our apartment was the whole second floor, and my first room.
I can't get over the room.
I could do this, right? I could spread my arms out and I could touch both walls. I was in like the crib room. The one guy, we'll call him Van. He was dating Sherry, the Coors Light girl.
Oh wow!
So one day we open up the phone. We get the phone bill at the end of the month, and it's $1,000. And like, I'm the only one that would really call on. Well, he had family in Florida and I had family in New Jersey, but it wasn't $1,000 worth. And we look at the bill, and it's just a series of it's like $850 worth of 900 numbers.
Oh my God!
And we look at the times on them, and it's him. He's the only one who's home. And we're like, and you have this really, you have this hot girlfriend. Why are you doing this? I got a problem. I got a, and he didn't have the money. So Scotty and I covered his portion, loaned him the money to get it back. So then, like a week later, he gets into a horrible fight with his girlfriend, Sherry, the Coors Light girl, and because he can't afford to take her out to dinner or something because he's paying us back and all this. So he cooks up this lie to get out of it. He goes, listen, Robert's got this problem, and I drove the bus right over me, right? So she bangs on my door. It's like 2 a.m. We hear him fighting, right? Bangs on my door. She's like, all right, I need to know why you're such a sick fuck, what your problem is, and just lays into me. And he's standing behind me, and he's just like, doing the cover for me. And I just lay it on really thick. I'm like, I know. I'm like Joey and Friends. I'm a horrible person.
Wow, that's a good friend, man.
I mean, and then she just looks at me and she goes, there's just no fucking way. Saw right through it. It's like, there's no way. She goes, first of all, I know how you are with your girlfriend. You would not do this. Thank you. So yeah, he tried to drive, blame me for it. I attempted to take the hit. And then I would say 3 weeks after that, he doesn't show up for his air shift. And all of a sudden we find out that he had skipped in the middle that, like, while he was supposed to be on the air, he skipped to WCMF in Rochester
for a gig.
For a gig.
That's where I worked. That reminds me, I took the fall for my roommate once. It was like literally my best friend. We went to Geneseo, and we
that's a school upstate run.
But we went to high school.
Salami.
We went to high school together. We went to Geneseo. We were good friends. We roomed together. He falls in love with this woman, and he's a major pothead. And all of a sudden, she was very hoity-toity, like straight-laced, like church, everything. And all of a sudden, she's noticing that he's changing, and they're in love, and I think they even got engaged while they were in college. And all of a sudden, like, she's like, you're partying a lot, and you're smoking a lot of pot. What the hell's going on? And she blamed me because he was a pothead.
Opie, you're a bad influence.
So I sort of took the hit, like, whatever, dude, and for whatever reason it worked, and they continued dating. Now, you got to remember, we were really good friends, and then it comes down to, he's getting married, and I'm thinking that I have the inside lane to be his best man. I'm going to be his best man. Went to high school together. We've been really good friends. We were roommates. Took the hit because you're a stupid pothead. I wasn't a big pothead in college, actually. Took the hit for that. Took the hit for other things. Everything bad in this guy's life, he blamed me. We were barely hanging out socially. So all of a sudden, it's time to announce the best man. I'm not the best man. I'm like, all right, well, he does have other friends. That's fine. Hey, I'm going to be in the wedding party. Of course I'm going to be in the wedding party. Right? Turns out, I wasn't the best man. I wasn't in the wedding party. I wasn't invited to the wedding.
Because she still thought you were a bad influence.
Yes, because she thought I was a piece of you-know-what. When it was him the whole effing time. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So that was the end of our relationship, right? Then I moved to Rochester. I'm doing radio at WCMF. I'm in a bar one day. I haven't seen this kid in 5 years. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, dick, And he goes, I just want to apologize. For what? He took responsibility for all that stuff. He goes, oh, I'm no longer with her. We're divorced. She's crazy, but I really feel bad that I threw you under the bus, and I you weren't in my wedding and all that. I'm like, all right, cool. We had a beer together.
That was nice. Some closure.
And then, and then I never saw him again. Never forgot Gary. Never forgot Gary. Who's probably, he might be.
No mas?
No, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it, but my gut says he's a woman now. Is that okay to say in 2023? Almost
you should be
2024?
proud of that.
I don't care, but odds-on favorite that he.
I'll give him my mother's number
because he would dress like flock of seagulls and
Well,
and the stray cat guy and every other month he was changing his do. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was wearing earrings and makeup and with the excuse that he really likes new wave. There's nothing wrong with it, but can we talk about it? Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, new wave's horrible.
Cheers. Robert.
Well, the Flock of Seagulls had us on.
They had two.
I'll run so far
And
away.
I ran. And what was the other one?
Space Age Love Song. You're really going to challenge me on music? Really?
No, I wasn't challenging you. I was a deadhead. I have a passing knowledge of that from radio.
I never understood the dad. I just like.
What's there to understand? Do you like jazz? Do you like blues? Do you like country? Do you like rock and roll?
All right.
They're all those.
You know what I understand is like.
And you like drugs.
I know, but it was like
how do you like
the
drugs and not like the Grateful Dead?
It's the trancing. I don't get it. Like I don't.
You don't have to spin around in circles.
What do you mean? Like, I mean, I feel like rock and roll is the best when you're on drugs. Hardcore rock and roll.
Well, you can
Come on,
experience
man.
it both ways.
You know,
The music should transcend the drugs.
no, but like you're at fucking Van Halen or Motley Crue.
Oh,
Guns
God, I
N'
would never want to be
Roses.
high at a Motley Crue concert.
Oh,
Especially now. Oof.
No.
Vince Neil can't. They need to hang
Not
it up.
now.
He can't sing. I saw him a couple of years ago.
We talked about
He looks
this.
bad.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago on Tuesdays at Gebhards. How Axl Rose has dropped off. Oh my! The videos are all over the social platform.
That
We're
Benny
in-
Hill bit just
We're
cracked
in
me
the
up.
jungle, baby. He
I-
can't hit that note.
I just saw them.
He does. He sounds like Edith Bunker now.
Oh, he stinks.
Archie.
He's regretting that he took 25 years off. I bet you at this point he's like, what the fuck? Because now he can't hit any of the notes.
So why can't he get it back then? What are you saying?
Now-
There's damage?
Well, they
He's
blow
done
it.
too much damage to his
Like-
vocal cords.
So now it's like, we're in the jungle, baby. You can't hit that note. This episode of the Opie Radio Podcast sponsored by Skylight Frame. Get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame. Just go to skylightframe.com/Opie. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com/Opie. You can check someone off your list like literally right now. A really special holiday gift idea if you have family members living far away from you, or maybe you want to stay better connected. Simply put, every day you could be posting little video clips and little pictures to your Skylight Frame. It's a nice surprise for the other person on the other end. They're making coffee and they're like, oh, look at this, Harry. They sent more pictures. Skylight Frame is a touchscreen photo frame you can send photos to straight from your phone, and they appear in seconds. You can even preload photos before the box is open, so they open up their gift, and not only do they see the beautiful Skylight Frame, it's already loaded with all sorts of family pictures. Skylight is the best digital frame for grandparents, hands down. It's intuitive, easy to use, and think about like new parents. Skylight Frame is like a baby book or time capsule that will save and beautifully display each and every special moment. Effortlessly send photos from photo to frame with the free Skylight app or unique email. Really easy to use. That's key. And it's beautiful. It doesn't look like a piece of junk. It looks like a gorgeous top-of-the-line photo frame. Thousands of 5-star reviews, available in over 30 countries, recommended by the Today Show, Forbes, New York Magazine, and more. As a special limited time offer for our listeners, get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame when you go to skylightframe.com/Opie, O-P-I-E. To get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame, just go to skylightframe.com/Opie. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com/Opie. $15 off right now. Skylightframe.com/Opie. What music do you like, Ron?
Well, my father owned biker dive bars and like Hell's Angels.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Beatles, Elvis Presley, the Doobie Brothers.
They
You know-
ain't related, but they do be brothers.
That is the best.
Cheers.
So the dumbest bit I ever did
So
with a celebrity
wait, I reminded you of the dumbest bit?
that I know
I did stumble over it. so
was
fair enough.
the Doobie Brothers. I don't know, 20 years ago, worked
The
Kyoto
Motley
for,
Crue, right?
and they were sitting in the studio, and I thought I would be, hip and cool and pull a deep cut, and I walk in to shoot the interview, and I go, "Hey, which Doobie you be?" See, there was a show called What's Happening in the 70s, and that was what, right? Was a rerun. It was one of the guys.
It was rerun.
Because that was where he's bootlegging.
It was rerun. This is one of the. This is such a great go-to
It was
bit,
a bad
but
radio bit.
it just ages everybody. So what's happening? It was all black people,
Yeah.
and they decided they wanted to bootleg a concert, but white America couldn't handle them bootlegging like a black artist, so they went to a Doobie Brothers concert.
And Rerun was this large fella, and he wore an overcoat, and he had a reel-to-reel deck. Look it up, kids. He had a reel-to-reel deck strapped to his chest, and then he starts dancing to the music, and the tape player falls off of his chest.
And then they realized that they were bootlegging the concert. They got in a lot of trouble, Ron the waiter.
I think it was a very special 2-part episode.
Probably.
But this is real life, you're saying. This is
No, in real life, I did the "which doobie you be" bit, thinking I'm funny,
Cool.
and they just rolled their eyes. I was like, I had that flash of like, oh no, you've heard this before. And he goes, I don't know which one of the guys. He was a senator, Skunk Baxter, I think, right, the bass player or guitar player. He goes,
oh, I don't remember.
He goes, yeah. We thought we came to New York, we wouldn't hear those stupid small market radio jokes.
Oh,
and Bob Buckman goes, I don't know if that's. I mean, is it really a bad joke? So I realized if I was going to make Bob laugh back then, I had to run it through another filter.
All right, let's.
Bob, we love you.
It was rerun. Okay. See, this is where we do need the people.
See, yes.
No, I said
It's
it
a
was
group,
rerun.
Yes, you're right. It's a group effort, kids.
where
And then who was the sister of Raj? What was her name?
Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. She had some.
And then wasn't there a Dwayne Wade or Dwayne Wayne?
Something like that. But
Yeah.
there was
The
Raj.
basketball guy.
There was Raj.
Yes. Raj was the brother.
I really can't
He was
offer much. I'm from Boston.
he was the
that wasn't on the television in Boston. I
sure
just
it
I don't know
was. Absolutely on WHDH.
Stupid Boston. Opie, what's the waiter's name? Oh, sorry, JFK. Yeah, this is why we got to pay attention to the chat. This is my friend Ron the waiter.
Hi. Hello.
He's been on a bunch of these Tuesdays at Gebhards.
Yes.
And if you're just joining us, it's Matt's birthday, and I wimped out and I didn't go up to his upstate house because I got a lot of responsibilities. I got to get ready for Thanksgiving. We're going to Philly. And to be quite honest, I didn't want to maybe trip.
So you kind of didn't trust yourself a little bit?
No, man.
Really?
No, man.
Really?
No, man.
At this point?
half my friends at this
And knowing is half the battle.
and half my friends at this point, I don't know about you guys, but they're all growing mushrooms in their closets. Dwayne, Raj, and Rerun. And don't forget Big Mama Mabel King. That's right. All right. Thank you, Joe Rizzo. Cheers to the Joe Rizzo. Cheers. I forgot about Big Mama Mabel King. I wonder if that show holds up to what's happening. Because it was really funny back in the day.
Probably haven't seen it in 30 years.
I'm having a hankering for a nice hot cup of clap. I don't know what that means. Hey, what's up, Robert Spont? Ron, did all of your dad's shoes look new? Hey now. See, for the people that don't know, Ron the waiter, his dad, your dad had no legs, right?
Can I tell you something? I do appreciate a good diabetes joke. Good for you, my friend.
Okay, good.
Good for you.
Well, can you do it like Wilford Brimley?
You mean the accent?
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Oh,
Or however you used to say it, right? Yeah, I mean, look.
Oh, right.
Look, he's a stand-up comedian, and this is the deal. You can make fun of stuff and also take those topics very seriously. But in this day and age, people don't understand that for some reason.
Pete Davidson, like one of his biggest acts is talking about his father.
Right.
Like
Who died in 9/11.
right.
Right.
Like he delves into it head on.
Right. So your dad had no legs.
No, they literally like just kept whittling him down. You know what I mean? Like the.
Like an eraser?
But isn't the point to like stop the
whittling?
like an amputation?
He couldn't stop. He couldn't stop fucking eating. Like obviously, if you lose weight, you will live. He kept getting fatter because now he's not even moving at all. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, isn't that tragic when like someone needs to like adjust and they just never do it? My dad was like that with his heart. He was still eating chicken wings. He had one artery left. He's like, chicken, it's healthy. I'm like, not if it's buffalo wings.
You know, when you're brought up like smoking while you're eating a steak with butter on top of the steak, that was the lifestyle.
Right.
I believe Tony Soprano said it best when he said to Uncle Junior, it's all that charbroiled fucking meat you people ate in the 50s.
Wow. You know Soprano wines. I'm impressed.
By the way, he died.
Thank you, TikTok.
By the way, he
Have you seen somebody on the Instagram and the TikTok has taken Sopranos scenes and overdubbed them to Sesame Street?
Oh, really?
Oh, it's fucking hysterical.
I'm too busy watching breastfeeding videos.
Oh yeah.
Now that you said that,
Ron's like, okay.
All right, here we go.
You watch one breastfeeding video. Next thing you know, your algorithm.
Listen, you got calcium's good for the bones.
That's right. Crash him.
Oh, my
Mom was
God.
like that with smoking. She just wouldn't stop. It got her in the end. Yeah, man. But then, like these older people, they feel like they live their lives, so they don't give a crap. They just want to enjoy their lives. My dad couldn't sit around and eat a dry salad. He just wasn't going to do that.
It's like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like they're at that age, they're stubborn.
You know what? You can though.
Yeah.
You just need a jar of peanut butter, and trust me. I mean, did I say trust me? Ew, go away. And then you could definitely teach him some new tricks there, Ron.
Well, he tried, dude. He had so many staples in his ears.
What?
He had acupuncture. He had remember the fad where you could put a staple in your ear to lose weight? You don't remember that? Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, he had staples in his ears. That was a thing, dude.
I remember they had the AIDS lozenge for losing weight.
The what? I don't know.
The AIDS lozenge. It's a real product. The company kind of went out of business.
Yeah.
Something else ruined the name of their company.
I'm sure.
Wait, what's this with the staples for real?
No, I'm sure someone out there knows what I'm talking about. It was a way to lose weight. It was acupuncture. They would.
No, you staple your mouth shut.
Oh, people did that,
Yeah, they did.
People do that. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
so
they
desperate.
did. See, yeah, the AIDS weight loss commercial was hilarious. It was an actual weight loss drug called AIDS. You don't know this?
And they had to change the name, I assume.
Well, no shit.
Oh, good name. You think it's a great name for something, and then a world event happens, and you got to change it. Like in Georgia, when I lived down there, there was a 10, 12 years ago, before ISIS, like the terrorist group was a thing.
Yeah.
There was and ISIS is a goddess rather. It's a great Bob Dylan song.
ISIS?
Yeah. Oh, ISIS, oh, ISIS.
I don't know that.
Oh,
Dylan
it's a
song.
great Bob Dylan song.
Then again, I don't go deep with the Dylan.
But there was an ISIS fertility clinic, and they had to change their name.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Protested.
All right.
But when I was at Q104, before 9/11, we had a show. Jonathan Clark, he still hosts it. Of course, the name changed. But back then, the show called Out of the Box was called Ground Zero. New music exploding now. And then
That was the name of his show?
but we started it in 2000. It was a great thing to call it back then. And then 9/11 happens, and we're sitting there. And I remember in the middle of it all, and all the people on the news were like, Ground Zero. And I just looked at Jonathan. He was in the building, and I said, "You realize we're going to have to change the name of your show, right?" And we came up with Out of the Box.
I thought you came up with Columbine.
Isn't that what football players the preseason? Isn't that they have to run a Columbine?
Something like
That was
that.
a bad joke.
It's all right. You're trying to tag my stupid joke with that stupid joke. We both failed. Combine.
That's what.
Oh yeah, combine.
Ron, do you have the sugars like Pops? That's a very good question from JFK Head Chunk.
Do I have the what?
The
Do you have-
sugars.
What's that
Do you have
mean?
diabetes?
Oh no, I don't. Thank you for asking.
Would you like to list all the things you do have?
It's a fucking miracle. I'm healthy. I shouldn't be. I'm actually healthy. My blood pressure is 120/80. Honestly, my urine culture's good. My blood culture's good. Honestly, look at me. Full nest of hair.
That's not even gray.
It's not even gray, bro. Look at that. It's like a
Damn.
bird's nest. Look at me. Oh my God.
I have to shave my chest hair.
Dude,
You shave?
I have to because if I didn't, it would be this long by
Dude,
now.
I'm like Robin Williams.
Or
Look at that.
I don't.
Little foot. Look at You're right.
He goes, Lilfa, look at that. like we're gonna be like, oh wow, we better turn this off. We got other things to do now.
I am not walking through your room again.
By the way, I'm embarrassed to say this.
Just wait, add a couple more buttons.
But by the way, I'm embarrassed to
Can we
say
pull
this.
chest hair out?
You want to do a spell?
I don't want to touch you for that.
Go ahead. That's it, baby.
Wow.
I just got all silence in the lamp.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
You ruined it.
No.
Oh, what's
I'm gonna
that?
Pull chest hair out.
I'm
I'm gonna be sick. What were you gonna say,
I
Ron?
was gonna say, like, I don't know how my roommate does it. Like puking. I'm breaking his mother's fucking essentially ash plant.
Right.
And I haven't paid rent in a while.
And you what?
I haven't paid rent in a while.
You haven't paid rent.
Yeah, you really do need to clean the bathroom. Like twice a week now.
So embarrassed. I haven't paid rent in a few months because, like,
Oh,
Maybe
my
wear a
God.
French maid's outfit.
no, because I work at the Bohemian Big Garden and it's like cold. Like no
You're
one's
gonna be like
I'm
Robert
so bad.
Downey Jr. in I think the movie was less than
zero.
That's you if you don't pay your rent soon, bro.
I told him to make
Very
it.
obscure.
I told him to
reference.
make it quick.
This is the most New York thing I've seen today. Cheers to you boys. Oh,
Cheers.
my Testa. Thank you, brother. Cheers.
I'm a New Yorker now.
How long you been here, Ron the waiter?
I moved here in January of 1996.
Yeah, I know you're a New Yorker.
Oh shit! Then
Yeah.
that's about when I moved back. I did 98.
Yeah.
And I did way better than you.
I spent a few. There's no question.
That's a joke.
No.
Sorry,
It's believe me,
that was
it's
a dick
it's
move.
in Yiddish. I'm called an ashunda.
God bless you.
It
What's
means
What's
I'm
a
ashamed.
shunda? No,
It's shameful.
I don't know. What's the mission? Forget it.
No, come on
Let's
now.
not
man.
let's not say too many words with because things are.
Yes.
All right. You want to?
Saturday, December 2nd, 7 p.m. What?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's not a good day.
Why?
But please continue.
Go
What's
ahead.
December 2nd?
No, I just.
Oh, I was thinking, is that Pearl Harbor? No, that's the
No.
7th. So anyway, Saturday, December 2nd. Yes.
Not good.
Now, what was I
Job
saying
Came through.
before?
December
Oh.
2nd.
December
December
What is
2nd, 7 p.m. The producers come. And by the way,
Change that date.
by the way, we have reached out to Janine Garofalo to be the headliner.
Oh,
You don't like her?
I love her. She's
Oh,
amazing.
I love how she puts her notes on a stool. I'm just trying to work out some
She
material.
is one of the nicest human
I'm
beings
just
I've ever met.
I'm just trying my act out tonight. Let me see what joke. Okay, I'll do this one.
I cried with her.
Ta-da!
You cried with her once?
I
mean?
did.
What
Why?
do you mean?
So 20 years ago or so, there's a movie called Big Fish. Ewan McGregor.
Wait, I gotta stop your story. Ron would look better without teeth.
What does that mean? What does it mean?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Let me start doing math. I'll help you out.
All right, he's not wrong there, Ron. Sorry. Back to your story about Janine Garofalo.
So it was an emotional film, and it was really cool. And I went to the premiere at the Ziegfeld, and then I was out in the courtyard, and I was smoking a cigarette, and Janine Garofalo came up, and I was processing the whole thing, and she bummed the cigarette and the light off of me, and we stood there for like 25 minutes, smoked half a pack together. Well, or maybe not that much, but 25 minutes together, smoked a couple of cigarettes, and cried, and had this shared experience about what a great film it was. And like I didn't fanboy out or anything. It was just a really cool
Was she
New York
checking her notes when
experience.
she was talking to you?
I have nothing to say bad about Janine Garofalo.
I think
Really?
she's just
Have you had a bad
She's
interaction
just-
with her?
no. I don't like
Oh.
I don't like the comedians that put shit on a stool and go,
that's the issue.
because you're like, oh, you're just trying material out. Well, I paid full price.
Well, that's an issue.
And then they're like, well,
Well-
I don't know what I'm going to do next. And they're like this with their
Opie,
oh, okay, I got something.
Opie, people do that at an open mic. That's
Yeah, whatever.
right,
But
yeah.
if you're paying full price,
Exactly.
like,
That's open mic stuff.
Pecker, 1981. Wow, bypass surgery really messed Anthony up. You're in shape, Ron. You're in shape.
I am though. I know.
Can I pull the chest hair out, or are you gonna like groan?
I I won't even look in your eye. We won't make eye contact.
Can I grab a full hand?
Yeah,
or just a couple?
listen. Don't make me bleed, bro. Dude, don't like grab a fucking afro handful.
It's a lot. This is
It's
gonna
sweaty,
hurt.
isn't it?
It's gonna hurt.
Oh! 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 Tomorrow he's gonna wake up with curly sideburn.
I got one.
It's your turn.
No.
No. It's where you going?
I'm not. I'm
where you
gonna.
going, buddy?
I'm going that way.
Wait, where you going, Rob?
Where you going? Oh, you're too good to pull my hair?
Wait, you're done?
You're too good to pull my hair?
What happened?
Just keep going.
All right, we're getting super chats, I guess.
Here,
We'll
Opie.
stay for super chats.
Hold your hand up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You know, once a producer, always a
Thank
producer.
I
Basically,
saw
we don't
them.
want likes.
There's one there. I had bed bugs.
You had bed bugs
Yeah.
once? For real? How bad are
How
they?
long ago?
I had them for like a year.
What?
Really?
Yeah, until I figured out how to get rid of them. Oh, sorry.
Or not.
How do you get bed bugs? I could show you my arms. I got tiny scars all over my arms
From bed bugs?
from fleas. From my cat, though. From my cat. I don't
1996.
really think about it.
It's January. I'm literally drove here in a U-Haul.
Yeah.
I live in an SRO. What's it say?
Ron did a key bump off of the off camera.
Every time you go off camera, they don't trust you, Ron. All right, back to you. Sorry.
I move into an SRO on 93rd Street between West
What's an
End,
SRO?
single room occupancy.
Oh, Jesus.
It's literally a fucking room with a sink and a mini fridge. Like the bathrooms are in the hallway.
All
I pay
right.
$300 a month. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
mainly fucking it's mainly people from south of the border, but it's cheap. It was $300 $300 a month, 1996.
That's a
But
lot. Yeah.
there's
well,
2 bathrooms in each hallway. I can't tell you how disgusting it is, but it's literally a box, and the people living beside me got bed bugs, and that means everyone got bed bugs, dude. I sometimes I would wake up with like 40, 50 bites on me.
Oh my God!
Like,
how do you wait for 40 or 50
Dude,
bites? One bite would wake me up.
it was horrifying. Like I remember, like I woke up once, and I was so tired, and I look, God's honest truth, and I see him crawling through the chest here.
Thank you,
Like
Robert,
I see, like
for the
I do, and
the
I just
spray.
went back to bed. And dude, I remember once like lifting up the lip of my mattress, and it was just like,
yeah. They say that's where they hang
it
out,
was
right?
a colony. It was a
bed
colony.
bugs.
So tomorrow, when I call you and say I didn't sleep all night because I had fucking nightmares and I obsessively cleaned every inch of my
Oh,
apartment,
and
wanna-
they're so
Bleach.
itchy.
it's your fault.
I had fleas and they drove me nuts in Buffalo. I was getting bites like every
You
day.
can see them, right? Like,
Oh yeah, I bombed my whole.
No, but
remember the bombs?
they bounce, right? Do they bounce, fleas? Like,
They bounce.
yeah.
You see
You
them
can
on the,
see them
you
bouncing.
see them on the rug, just bouncing
Yeah.
like this, just bounce. And I had to shut down my apartment for a couple days, and I forgot they were these bombs you just set off, and the whole place would fill with powder, and they were supposed to kill them. And it drove me absolutely insane, the flea bites.
One of the other guys on the same floor had fucking fleas, and he literally at one point like was screaming in the hallway, "I can't take it anymore." He was just covered in fleas.
Here, all right, we got a fiver. Gebhards doesn't want this guy's chest hair all over the bar, you freaks. Do you want to pull some chest hair?
No,
You're
no,
too good.
No,
You're too good for us.
Not my kink.
I mean, you're covered in here.
And what, you thought it was my kink? It wasn't my kink.
No, there's a difference between a kink and a bit.
All right, he's sitting outside in the has fleas section.
All right, that's good.
Do you remember the non-smoking sections in restaurants
Yeah.
where they would go smoking or non-smoking? You're like, non-smoking? Okay, follow me. And then they put you in a booth, and then someone's in the booth next to
Yeah.
you smoking and blowing
100%.
and you go to the I thought I was in the nuts.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but that's the smoking section. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Same in the movie theaters.
What do you mean the movie theater?
They had smoking sections in the movie theaters.
All right. I don't remember that.
Yeah, they had the little ashtrays. Yeah.
These new Lenny and Squiggy sucks. That's funny, bro.
Who's who though?
Well, you're clearly Squiggy.
You're Squiggy, and I might have a little Lenny in me, a little bit. And then Robert, I don't know what Robert is.
I'm Carmine.
You're Carmine.
The
Carmine is the cool one.
Oh, Carmine.
Carmine. That's right, Carmine.
He was like the ladies' man.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, okay.
Bro, you took an edible, didn't you?
Yeah, sure.
Kicked in, didn't it?
Why?
I can tell.
Well, it had like 3 beers too.
Yeah.
May not make it.
Should we pull more chest hair?
Go ahead.
I want to like take duct tape though.
First of all, you took you took a big patch because I could hear it ripping off. You could hear it like there was sound to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is there any
for
petechial
charity?
hemorrhaging?
For charity.
What charity? All right, I think we did it. Unless you want to talk about Bill Burr, that's very controversial.
Because his wife flipped off Trump. Is that the issue?
Yeah, they're saying it's classless.
So what? But why is everyone upset at Bill Burr? I don't understand. It was his wife.
Because I think they're upset with Bill Burr because they're very racist people, and they can't handle that a black woman flipped off Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the obvious answer. Right?
It was a good picture, though, the way she did it.
It was classy.
A lot of conviction.
It was classy.
Yeah.
Well, someone's like, class. I was like, look, when it comes to politics, you can't use the word class with any politician, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what are you guys traveling for Thanksgiving?
Why do you want to know?
What are you, AAA?
Just wanted to make
Are you
conversation.
taking a survey?
What are you doing? I don't know. Just making conversation. I heard you say Philadelphia.
How is it conversation saying, are you traveling for
That's
Thanksgiving?
next week's show, man. Next week we'll talk about what we're doing for Thanksgiving.
That's
All right. Take some here. Go ahead. Just do it.
That's our big Thanksgiving show.
Oh, for travel.
This is
Go
what
ahead.
we
Do
said.
it, Opie. Do it. For the love of God. Do it. Don't be afraid.
Can I really go for it? This will be the grand finale for the big live
But
stream.
what do you mean really go for it? Like, am I going to have a ball patch?
A whole hand.
Am I going to need antiseptic?
Yeah, get the spray. Get the spray.
It's ready.
We got to get the spray.
Opie, no blood, will you?
Well, I mean, you can't just do it a little bit. If you're going to do it, you got to do it, Ron.
Look at that, beautiful.
You sit there and do that at home, don't you? You're just watching TV.
Dude, you can play. You can incubate an egg in that baby. Look at that bird's nest, huh?
Oh, come on.
It's like Robin Williams.
See if we get somebody.
Don't be barbaric. Oh, God. Oh! No! Oh, this is going to hurt. Come on. You can see it falling off. You're like, am I bleeding? Am I bleeding?
Oh, God, that's so gross.
Oh, it burns. Dude, it burns. It burns. It burns. It burns.
All right,
God.
let's get out of here,
Ooh.
guys. This was fun, but now it's
pure
just,
hydroxychloroquine.
just stupid. This is my friend Ron the waiter.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
What are you?
Tune in next week.
Am I not allowed to say that?
We're gonna drop turkeys from a helicopter.
Oh God! I used to do turkey bowling. That was my hacky Thanksgiving radio bit. Turkey bowling. Frozen turkeys, they slide, Ron. They slide.
In Boston?
Why don't we do it on the sidewalk next Tuesday?
That'd be a great idea.
We might
It'll
do
be colder. We can do curling,
no
ice, and
the turkey. If it's frozen, will slide on the sidewalk. Why don't we do turkey bowling on the sidewalk here in New York City for the next Tuesdays at Gebhards?
Let's do it.
All right. Well,
What do we need?
You're not invited.
Oh, I'll be watching. Sorry. Tough room, man. I feel like I'm home for the holidays now. Jesus Christ.
And why aren't you seeing anyone?
He goes, I'll be watching. All right, thank you. I hope you guys enjoy this. I don't know.
Thank you.
Littlefoot, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is my really good friend, Littlefoot, for real. Ron, not so much, but we're getting there, Ron.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. But I've known him 5 years.
Yep.
6 years?
I would say 25, but you remember the last 6 of them.
Supposedly,
Yes, we've been friends for 5 years.
Supposedly,
6 years.
we met when I was a big radio star, but I couldn't be bothered. And then when I was humbled, I'm like, oh, hi.
We actually got to know each other over the last 5 or 6
Oh, big
years,
time.
yeah.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Matt, happy birthday. I know they were watching this from upstate because I saw Ollie on the Instagram. Ollie was checking this out. So, Matt, happy birthday. I'll see you next Tuesday at Gebhards. Yes. All right. I'm going to hit end broadcast because I don't know how else to do it. But thank you, Ron.
Opie's got my chest hair all over his dungarees. I can see it. You are covered in me, my friend.
How about the last word to you? I think it's only appropriate. The last word. What do you want to say to the people out there?
Be happy.
Be happy? That's all you got?
What do you want? I don't know.